So we're gonna start by preparing the chilla. For that we have about 1 cup of chickpea flour. To that we are gonna be adding salt to taste, 1/4 teaspoon of red chili powder and coriander leaves. Now let's start adding some water and mix it together. Make sure there are no lumps and keep adding water until you get the desired consistency. So here is the consistency that we require. As you can see, it should not be too thick and not too watery. Okay. So for the stuffing, here we have some grated paneer. To that we are going to add a pinch of black pepper, pinch of salt and pinch of chaat masala, and we are going to mix it together. So we're going to start by heating the pan. So here we're going to pour the batter. Now we're going to put some oil, just a little bit. So once it gets nice and cooked from bottom, then we're going to flip it. And we're going to put some oil on the top too. So it's brown, nice and brown from the bottom. And we can flip it. And let it cook from the other side. So let's flip it. You can see it is nice and cooked, nice golden brown color. So now we're going to just remove it from the pan. Now we're going to spread some tamarind chutney all over. It gives a very nice tangy sweet taste. And if you don't have tamarind chutney, you can also use tomato ketchup. Then we're going to spread coriander chutney, again for that nice taste. And now we're going to take our paneer and stuff it in the center. And now we're going to make it as like a roll. Now we're going to cut it from the center and serve it. So there you go, our paneer stuffed chilla is ready, and you can see. Hello everyone, welcome to Shadi Cook. Today we are making Palak Chaat, or you can call it as Palak Pakoda Chaat. For this we need Palak Pakoras. It is very simple to make the pakoras. All you need to do for that is wash your palak or spinach thoroughly and then let it dry. Next we are going to dip it into the besan batter. It is easy to make the besan batter. All you need to do is just add some salt and red chili powder and some water into your chickpea flour and mix it properly and make it into besan batter. Just like how you make some simple pakoda batter, and then dip your spinach into the batter and then deep fry it, and you get your palak pakoras. Palak pakoda chaat is a very interesting and really tasty chaat. So let's begin. So first we are going to start by breaking the pakoras so that it becomes easier to eat while making chaat. Next I'm going to add in beaten yogurt. Now let's put a tamarind sweet chutney and green coriander chutney. It is a nice spicy chutney. Now on the top I'm going to put boiled and finely chopped potatoes and some finely chopped onion. And now again I'm going to just top it with some yogurt. And again some tamarind chutney and green coriander chutney. Just a little bit. This just creates a nice 2 layers. Next I'm going to just use some pinch of black salt. Sprinkle some red chili powder and roasted cumin powder. And some chaat masala, and finally sprinkle save, nice amount of save for that nice crunch. And your palak pakoda chaat is ready. Hello everyone, welcome to Shadi Cook. Our today's recipe is Rajasthani Malpua or Meetha Pura. It is very popular in Rajasthan and it's a very easy recipe to make in Diwali. So let's see what we need for this. 1 cup of wheat flour, or even you can take all-purpose flour or maida. 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. 1 teaspoon of cream or malai. This is optional. 1.5 cup of milk or as required according to the consistency. And over here we are using lukewarm milk, some fennel seeds and black pepper, and lastly some pistachio for garnishing. Okay, so we're going to start the preparation for Malpua. So firstly we're going to start with the wheat flour. To that we are going to add a granulated sugar. Next we are adding cream. Now cream is optional over here. If you're not using cream, you can use milk. But over here we are using cream because it gives a very nice richness and a very good flavor to your Malpuas. Next we are adding fennel seeds and black pepper seeds. Again, this is something which is added in the Malpua traditionally in Rajasthan. And now finally we are going to add a lukewarm milk. For now we have added about half the amount of milk. And now with the help of the whisk, we are going to whisk it together. Now if you're taking more of consistency, you can even use egg bitter. Now we are using rest of the milk. So make sure that you whisk it properly so that there are no lumps in your paste. Okay, so over here you can see this is the consistency we require. So keep on adding milk until you get this consistency. Over here we have added about 1 1/4 cup of milk. Okay, and now we are going to let this batter sit for about half an hour or 30 minutes. Okay, so it's been about half an hour. So now it's ready to be fried. So over here we have took ghee in a non-stick pan, or you can even take a heavy bottom pan. Now over here you can use either ghee or you can use oil. Now next step is to heat the ghee. So over here make sure that your ghee or your oil is very hot. So your ghee should be flaming hot, and then you can keep it on sim while you're pouring in the batter. So we're going to start by pouring the batter. And if you can see, you're pouring and making small kind of pancake kind of malpuas. And when it starts to plum up, you can just put some ghee on the top. And now we are going to just flip it over. So you can see it got cooked very quickly, so make sure you're there. So right now our gas is on sim or low flame. So make sure you're cooking your malpuas on medium flame basically. And you can see it has got a beautiful color. So our malpuas are done. And now we're going to remove it in a strainer so that whatever excess ghee or oil you have in the malpua, it will go down. Now we're going to make another one. Again, you can see. Now every time you're making a malpua, make sure that your ghee is very hot before you pour in another malpua. And now we're going to just flip it over, and you can see how tender it is from between, and from the sides it's nice and crispy. So once it gets a nice beautiful golden brown color, it's done. Look how beautiful it looks. Okay, so here's a little tip that if you feel like when you're pouring your batter and it spreads a little bit more, you can just add a little bit of flour into the batter to make a proper consistency. Okay, so our Rajasthani Malpuas or Meetha Puras are ready.